What's going on, family? It's your guy Boro, the Lucky Libra. Thank you for tuning into another episode. As you can see by the title, we're wrapping up signs through the third house series, all right, with my beloved Pisces, all right? Pisces in the third house. So you already know the vibes, man. Tap into my website to connect with the Lucky Libra. Tap into the Patreon where I'm uploading every Tuesday, Thursday, live streams every Sunday, and more, all right, gang? But without further ado, let's get right into it. Boom! All right, so look, third house, familiar surroundings, local environment. It's an air house. Air houses deal with relationships, connecting, interactions, all right, our social houses, okay? But this house is dealing with, the familiar environment, familiar faces and places, okay? Adolescent stages of life, okay? Teenage stages of life. Things that develop our communication method by how we communicate with the people, places, and things, or relate to the people, places, and things within our local environment. What experiences we went through in that playground in our neighborhood, in our elementary, junior high school and shit. You feel me? What we learned. What the third house deal with information, knowledge, what we learned, traits, creative endeavors that we picked up in our familiar neighborhood. Emphasis on siblings. So I like to say this house is how we become a product of our environment. And depending on how we develop a natural communication method here is what we take into that 7th and into that 11th house, which are the other air houses, all right? The other relationship houses. So now we down to Pisces, guys. We down to Pisces, all right? Pisces, mutable water, ruled by Jupiter, co-ruled by Neptune, okay? So we know that Jupiter energy is dealing with knowledge, wisdom, experiences, spiritual expansion. Neptune is dealing with your spiritual essence, all right? Your creativity, your fantasies, your imagination, all right? Illusions as well. How you deal with connecting to the collective conscious, the subconscious energy, all right? Arguably pretty much the most creative planet, for real. When we're looking at Neptune, like, yeah, for the most part, it is dealing with that abstract, imaginative, like, energy, for real. So, and then, Pisces, mutable water, so it's dealing with understanding the subconscious of others. It's the most flexible and adaptable water sign. So it's not even about so much understanding its own emotions, getting to the root of that, which Pisces are on the search for, which they're always trying to understand and gain clarity on, is gaining clarity, understanding the emotions of others. All right, this is why Pisces can be very uplifting, because they could pick up on people's energies, and they got some Jupiter for you, some knowledge and wisdom to pick you up, and they got some Neptune for you. All right, they know how to connect to you. Okay, they know how to connect to the collective consciousness. So what happens when we drop that constellation in the third house? You're gonna have an individual that's gonna deal with, feeling compelled, being influenced, feeling compelled to feel like they have to, be super understanding of their environment, super understanding of their siblings or their relatives or the people they interact with, very caring, nurturing when they get into certain relationships here, okay? A lot of their creative endeavors get stimulated in this third house. A lot of their spiritual beliefs and the belief system gets stimulated in this third house. May have that mentor, may have that sibling, may have that friend that helps them start paying attention to things dealing with spirituality or things that make them start thinking from a more abstract point of view. But this is the thing with Pisces here. We can deal with some manipulation and we could deal with some manipulation. We could deal with hidden agendas. Water deal with the subconscious, and we could deal with goddamn illusions in the third house, all right? AKA you thinking your friend had your back, your friend don't really got your back. You thinking you connected to this person, then you're not really connected to this person. You thinking you tight like that with your sibling, you're not really tight like that with your sibling, with your cousin. So it could be a lot of funny energies with Pisces in the third house. Pisces bring that dreamy energy, guys. It brings a dreamy energy. And that dreamy energy could get foggy, could get blurry. And Pisces could lead with this. Pisces could lead with the emotion. So this individual could build such a connection and see the potential, see the good of what could sprout out of a relationship. And then people will pick up on this openness. Keyword. You could get real open with Pisces in the third house. A lot of the time, this is my Capricorn risings. No, not Capricorn risings. Yeah, I'm bugging out. This is my Capricorn risings for the most, depending on your alignments, should be Capricorn risings, can be Sag risings a little bit, possibly Aquarius risings, okay? I'm a Capricorn rising, but I got Pisces in my second house, so that's what I'm saying. It really depends. It really depends. But if you got Pisces in that third house, you know, Pisces is an open energy. It's really open. So you have to, Pisces in the third house start understanding that, you know, it has to deal with more discernment connecting with others. Can't be so open. You know, it's hard not to be, you got the influence of that Neptune here. So you're sensitive when dealing with others. You're sensitive about your environment, what's going on. You could turn on some activist energy with Pisces in the third house. Start feeling you got to do things to connect, help, and support your environment a lot of the time. Your siblings, not even your siblings, your friends at school, they going through certain shit at home. You start feeling for them, OD. You start feeling for them. You start becoming that friend that they call for you. They call to vent to. You become that counselor. You 12 years old. You 13 years old. You counseling all your friends. Third house deal with familiar friendships. All right. And then, you know, with water in this house, this person is influenced to want to connect with their siblings, want to connect with relatives, want to connect with their friends. So because they have that desire, they have that urge, they have that motivation to want to connect, understand that could get taken advantage of. Because it's such, the openness comes so direct that people understand, like, in different type of ways, they could just, that Pisces in the third house energy could get manipulated. You feel me? So Pisces in the third house got to start. You're taught to not just have discernment with how open you are, but to start to trust your instinct. Start to trust your subconscious in this house, because you get intuitive here. Pisces, water in that third house, water in the air house, is pretty intuitive individuals. But because Pisces is starting it off in the third house, a lot of the situations, trusting your intuition is going to come from possibly, you know, dealing with some foggy areas in your relationships or with your siblings, dealing with some blurry situations when you felt the emotion, but then when reality hit, you know, when certain things was communicated, when you was able to deal with more logic, you start putting things together like, yo, wait, hold on, what? Like, damn, I thought this person was reciprocating the same emotion as me. Damn. Pisces in the third house is going to have a real philosophical, open, spiritual way of communicating. Not even going to realize it, but that's how they, you know, because they so analytical of the subconscious, because they so analytical of the emotions of others, just by having Pisces in the third house, which the third house deals with being detail-oriented of your familiar surroundings. Pisces starts to do it with the subconscious, trying to understand why people would even do me wrong like that. Why people do other people wrong like that. You know? So Pisces in the third house, this should get typed deeper than rap. It get typed deeper than rap. Pisces in the third house, you know, is gonna manifest situations in its familiar surroundings where their creativity is stimulated, though. So whether it's a sibling, relative, or something that they get into an extracurricular activity within their local environment, neighborhood, is going to be something that starts to stimulate things that they want to work from the imagination down into reality. They may manifest that relationship. They may have that sibling or manifest that friend that helps support them, helps keep them, you know, in alignment with things that they want to, you know, embark on as far as is in their imagination. That one friend, those close friends, that they could keep their ideas stimulated with each other, though. All right. But that's one of the major lessons here. Pisces can't be too open in this third house. Can't be too open in this third house. Okay. So this person's going to start to, after some of these experiences, this person's going to start with Pisces in the third house. They're going to start to communicate from more of a reserved, trying to understand type of energy, based off of the things that they've dealt with early with certain individuals, okay? And it's like, damn, I see the potential in connecting with this person. I just got to pace myself. I got to take my time. I can't let the potential of what I see in this relationship, you know, jump off the cliff with certain individuals. And will definitely attract some friends that can emotionally dump. Pisces in the third house can attract some friends that would emotionally dump on y'all. So y'all got to make sure y'all set boundaries with Pisces in the third house. All my earth risings, water in the air houses, y'all gotta understand how to, or if you just got alignments with water starting in your air houses, y'all gotta make sure y'all do that, man. You're prone to have people project on you, and you're prone to express their emotions as well. So having Pisces in the third house, you're going to express yourself with some Jupiter, Neptune energy. So the way you express yourself can come off real enlightening. You guys can teach, all right? You guys are actually inspired to take the knowledge and wisdom and the traits that you pick up in the third house, creative endeavors, and spread that and connect that to others. But you got to build, that Pisces in the third house has to build a rapport with you to even start opening up with you and feel like they got to teach like that. But just by default, the way they communicate comes from it make you open-minded if you're not an open-minded individual communicating around this Pisces in the third house individual. Makes you start thinking outside of reality when you're talking to this Pisces in the third house individual. Definitely with Pisces in this house. All right. But illusions in this third house. Understanding who's there for you and who's not. Understanding how to pace yourself, pouring into others. Pisces brings a sacrificial like energy. It brings a sacrificial like energy. So it could be very likely that this person is just, the person that always picks up the calls, that's always, always there to cater to, some of their friends' needs until they realize they get exhausted or drained a lot. Okay? So y'all gotta watch that. Y'all gotta watch that Pisces in this third house. But definitely gets an influence to wanna Pisces could experience a lot of things in this third house. It's Jupiter and Neptune rule. So they could experience a lot of things in this house. Okay, a lot of episodes, a lot of adventures, a lot of situations. Because Pisces deal with, once again, is mutable water, understanding the emotions of others, right? So they will go through a lot of situations, connecting, interacting in their local neighborhood, in their environment, where they start understanding how people really think and feel and certain agendas people may have dealing with others. So they start picking up that knowledge and wisdom early in life dealing with people. Like, damn, people come from different places subconsciously regardless of what they communicate and relate. So that's part of like that illusion energy with Pisces in the third house. All right. But they definitely become, and they definitely start studying a lot of things that's disconnected. I don't know why I try to say that long ass. It's mad S's in that shit. Disassociated. I try to say that shit smooth through. That shit was a little rough. Disassociated. So they end up studying and trying to learn about a lot of things that's disconnected from reality. Could definitely, once again, if I didn't say it, manifest that mentor, that older sibling or whatnot, that got more of that either is going to influence them with something creative or is going to influence them with something spiritual, and may have a religious household as well too. May be real religious in here. Pisces in the third house. May have to have a lot of Sagittarius in the third house, Pisces in the third house may have had a lot to do, may have been going to church a lot. That's something that you probably was experiencing in your third house. You feel me? Pisces in the third house may also have manifested some intimate romantic relationships early in life. 7th, 8th grade, freshman in high school, sophomore. They get intense feelings for somebody early in life, and then it's like that's part of the energy that may turn into a situation where they may deal with an illusion, or they may lead with too much emotion, don't pace themselves, they paint too much of a big potential, too much of a big circumstance, not circumstance, but paint too much of a big potential, big fantasy of what this relation is going to turn out into, and they real young, so they go through that, and then it's like, early heartbreak, early illusion. Damn, connecting feels so good, but the disconnection feels so bad with Pisces in the third house. So that helps Pisces to start being more realistic about who they connect their emotions to, how they deal with boundaries, how they go out their way to enlighten others, teach others that's seeking that help, that's seeking that wisdom from them, okay? But it naturally starts, it becomes part of their natural communication method to start speaking from a more open-minded philosophical point of view, making others question things, all right? Being able to teach other things, making people think out the box by default, okay? They could just have little misunderstandings with the way they communicate from time to time just because, the way they communicate could always be from a point of trying to enlighten others from an abstract point of view when people are trying to communicate on a technical level at times. Okay, but very enlightening individuals though. Compassionate individuals too. very compassionate here. All right, when dealing with other individuals, because it's sensitive. Jupiter and Pisces energy, it picks up sensitivity, it's real empathic energy. So when you throw it in the third house, that's why they end up being super manifesting their friends, OD venting to them and shit, because the people connected to them, familiar to them, already pick up on a nurture, compassionate type energy. So it's like, you know, that makes them feel familiar, comfortable to like kind of dump to them, connect to them. But people don't realize they doing it because the Pisces in that third house is going to be there to enlighten them friends and let them know what's up, especially based off the shit they may be experiencing with relationships in their life, early in life too. You feel me? So this is really like what Pisces in the third house experiences and how they end up expressing and communicating, and, you know, for the most part, what they develop here. Could go through some spiritual experiences early in life here too. But like I said, you know, being exposed to certain spiritual things, philosophical, even, or possibly religious influences in the household with siblings, mentors, friends, or whatnot. All right. So that's what we dealing with. Damn, this video is almost 20 minutes. That's what I guess we had to end with a bang when we talk about the signs through the third house. Those are the energies we dealing with the signs through the third house, family. Next, we jumping into the fourth house, all right? Signs through the fourth house. All right, guys? So y'all already know the vibes. Make sure y'all tap into my website to connect with the Lucky Libra. And y'all make sure to tap into my Patreon where we uploading every Tuesday, Thursday, live streams every Sunday and more. Until next time, family, peace.